Okay, now we're going to take a look at how to use Blender to spin a vase or bowl or flower pot. I think what we're making here is probably going to be more like a flower pot. We'll set up our scene first by right-clicking our default cube and hitting the X key to delete it. Now just going to go ahead and roll out with my middle mouse wheel a little bit. Use the number 1 on the number pad to go in a front view. And we're going to add a mesh plane. So hit the space bar. Well, first let me orient this a little bit. I'm going to select a position to insert my object. Let's choose a position here by placing the cursor with a left click about a little more than 2 units away from the Z axis. That's that blue axis up and down. And then using the space bar, we're going to do an add mesh plane and tab into edit mode. Now we're going to use a W to call up the specials menu, and in there's the command merge. So we'll select merge, and we have 3 different options. We have at center, we have collapse down here, and we have at cursor in the middle there, and I'm going to use at cursor. And remember, the cursor is that little target. So select that, and those vertices have all merged at the cursor. So I'm going to turn off the manipulators by pressing that little hand down there. I'm going to zoom in and reposition the scene a little bit. Alright, now all those vertices, it's really one vertice right there. We're going to use Control and left mouse button click. Just keep holding the Control and click, and we're going to draw the edge of a bowl or vase. Be like a short stumpy vase. And like I said, just keep holding Control and keep clicking with the left mouse. Going to shift over here, use the middle mouse now and then to reposition the screen. And create the lip of our bowl. And now come around, start creating the inside profile. I'm less concerned about the detail on the inside because it's really the outside that you're going to see the most. So just keep coming down, and now we're making the turn for the inside here, and I'm going to just have a simple inside here. I'm going to add another vertice there, and I'm going to pull that back because I think that's going to be a little too wide, and I'll move the whole thing over in a minute. So coming over to the bottom, I'm going to right click that one vertex and then move over here and Control left click to get another piece along the bottom, and I'm going to adjust that there. Right click to select, middle mouse click to constrain. Okay, so just take your time and tweak that. You can pause the video here if you want, and then I'm going to do an all select, G to grab, middle mouse click to constrain, and move that all over a bit. A little more tweaking here. And just mess with it until you're happy with it. Alright, there, that looks pretty good. So now we're going to place the 3D cursor in the center of the screen with the Shift C. Just reposition things a little bit here. Use the A key to select all. And we're going to go down in our buttons window and click on the editing buttons. And right here in the middle are some mesh tools. And I'm going to bring up my divider and hit the plus key, the add key on the number pad to get in a little closer on this. So here's the spin button, and that's what we want to do. We want to spin this profile to make a vase or bowl, but we don't want it to spin 90 degrees. We want it to spin 360 degrees. So we'll just go ahead and type that in, and go ahead and just hold shift and click in there, type in 32 steps. So that's how many sections it will make across the 360 degrees. And we'll come back up here to the window, and we need to set this up from a top view. That's number pad 7. I'm Going to use the scroll out with the middle mouse wheel and use the shift middle mouse combination to pan this to the center of the screen, and then come down here and hit spin. Bang, there we go. That is really cool. I always have fun doing this because you get something real cool looking out of such a simple profile. And let's tab out of edit mode and take a look at our bowl here. Alright, now this bowl needs some smoothing because we can see all the polygon faces. Let's tab into edit mode and take a look at how it's constructed. Alright, I just want to show you a couple of things before we do all this smoothing. We went ahead and I did an undo, Control Z, and let's look at the profile again. I went backwards a step. I'm going to show you what happens if we put the 3D cursor in a different position and spin it. You might be able to guess what will happen, but since the profile spins around the cursor, you can put it wherever you like, and then bang, you get an entirely different sized bowl. Alright, let's undo that, Control Z, and let's put the cursor somewhere else, like behind it. And we just do a left click to place the cursor. Come down and hit spin again. And there we spun it sort of backwards. Created an entirely different shape. Tab out of edit mode and we can take a look at it in solid. Tab back in. Alright, back to top view, and then we'll do a Control Z. And let's put the cursor back in the... No, let's not. Let's show you what happens if you put it off to the side. You get something really weird. It's kind of a bad model. I really wouldn't recommend that, but you can do that too. So let's put the cursor back in the center with the Shift C. Go back to number pad 7 for a top view. I'm going to roll in a bit and then pan around a bit. Alright, and hit spin again. So now we're back to the bowl we had originally. Alright, tab out of edit mode on that. And in our editing button still, I'm going to middle mouse drag on this to slide over the menus and click the Set Smooth button. Now it's smooth, but it has this weird banding, and that's caused by what we call the normals. That it's the outward facing polygons, and some are facing in and some are facing out, so we get this weird banding. So we're going to need to correct that by going to the Mesh menu, and I'll show you some other menus here. There's a Vertices menu, and there's an Edges menu above that. And then we have the Faces menu, and here at the top of the list we have the Normals menu, and we selected Recalculate Outside. So there it's smooth now, or we're tabbing in. We're going to remove doubles to get rid of that little edge. And now it's all cleaned up. So we have a vase now that has all the normals recalculated outside, so it's smooth. It has doubles removed to get rid of that double edge where it's spun around and connected to itself. And it's time for you to try and make your own vase or flower pot or lamp post or really anything you can spin around a central axis.